Hey guys, it's Chardonnay, aka Model Citizen. Today is you guys' favorite type of video, and that is my Tall Queens series. This series came about 100% natural. I talk about it in my first Tall Queens video, and that is kind of the video that set this whole series off. The video has over like 19,000 views, which for a small channel like me, that is a lot. So because of the great reaction I got from that video, I decided to start a Tall Queen series on my channel. I didn't think that video was going to be that impactful, but it definitely has started this series on my channel. It makes me feel good to know that I could potentially be helping women or just people in general out there. Just by talking to you guys and giving you guys advice. I'm not an expert, but I have lived and I live through being tall. My first video was about tall girl problems. We can't talk about the negatives and then not talk about the positives. So I asked you guys to send me some positives that you feel like come from being tall. I have a list of responses on Instagram. I also screenshotted some off of my YouTube and Facebook. So I kind of wanted to just go through. This is going to be kind of a follow-up video to that first video. If you guys have not seen it, I will put it somewhere up here. So some of these people I know, some of them I don't know. I'm just gonna read off some of the responses and then kind of chit chat with you guys. This is going to be a chit chat video, but I am not going to make this a very strung out long video. So let's just get into it. So let's just start with the first response that I got on Instagram. The first response, which this was one of the main responses that I got, but the first response was, people always notice you first. Hashtag stay ready. So I actually know who this is. This is one of my friends, and she is a taller woman as well, but I totally agree. I talked about this in that previous video that I was telling you guys about, but you command so much presence when you're taller. So some people look at that as a negative, but for people, and that's what I try and talk about on my channel, is like, look at it as a positive. Look at it as an advantage. When I walk in the room, or when any of my tall friends walk in the room, heads turn. Like I said, a few people said this. There was another one, someone said, you stand out from the rest. You always have a presence when you walk in a room. So it's different variations to this, but basically you stand out, period. I've had comments on some of my videos saying, oh my God, I'm so tall. I hate that every time, like, I feel like people stare at me, blah, blah, blah. And yes, you could look at it as a negative, but change your mindset. It's also a positive. I feel like it's a positive. I feel like it's an advantage. Literally, when I walk in the room, my presence is known. And then add some confidence on top of that, honey. Add some 4-5-inch heels, honey. Add a cute outfit, like, world stop. Carry on. This is from the same person. This is funny. So I'm gonna put some funny ones in here as well, but it's kind of true. I replied to this one. This is from my friend Gianna. G, you know who you are. But she also said, you also know where the exit sign is in the club. Laugh out loud. But that's so true. And I responded to her and I was like, and you also know where your man is at all times in the club. Okay? Okay. Or some little chicken head is checking for him from across the room. Okay? Thank you. That could come in handy nowadays. Stuff be going on when you out. You might need a fast escape. You might need an exit route. Or you may be like, look, I'm out, peace. The exit is this way. So I thought that was hilarious, but it is so true. You always know where the door is. And look, that is very, very handy. So the next one I'm going to read, the next one is, people take you more seriously. Took me a while to realize we have this power. So I'm guessing this girl, I don't know her, but I'm guessing she is a tall queen because she said it took her a while to know that we have this power. This is just my opinion, you guys. I don't necessarily think people take you more seriously. I think you could come across more intimidating. And I know even in high school, like, I never got into no physical fights in high school, but I know it was a few times like girls would try me and I literally would say like a few sentences and I felt like my presence, my height kind of was so intimidating that it never turned into like a physical altercation. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I do understand like people not so much taking you more seriously. I feel like that's a confidence thing. I feel like people take you more seriously when you just about your business. They know you don't play. But I feel like when you're taller, people are more intimidated by you. It's crazy that tall and being tall and height is like a power for like men. So the taller you are as a man, the more you're looked upon, I feel like, as a man. Or like you see these athletes, they're taller. It's like better to be taller. So for women, it's like we hit a certain height and it's like, whoop, that's too tall. I feel like our society is weird in that aspect. Is because if a man is tall, super tall, it's looked upon as like a gift. If a woman is tall, it's like a hindrance. So it just shows you how messed up our world is and our society is. The next one, I have talked about this in my last video as well. She said you can be a model. So if you guys haven't known, I talked about this in my last video. I'm 6 feet tall. I used to professionally model, which meaning I was signed with the agency. I had a contract. I got paid for it. I was not no top model. I did a few like magazines here and there, did some fashion shows. But one thing I will say, people just assume that the taller you are, like model. I sometimes had issues with my height. When I would go to castings or even with my agency, I remember one of my agencies told me to tell them that I am 5'11 and a half. So I'm like, to me, I've always heard, just like everybody else, that, oh, models are extremely tall. They have these long legs. But when I actually got signed, I a few times almost was penalized for being overly tall. So the average model is like, people think are extremely tall. They're really about 5'7", 5'8" to about 5'11", sometimes 5'11 and a half. But really there are not a lot of models that are 6 feet and over. So there are some now. I'm not saying that you can't be a model if you're 6 feet and over, but I know a few castings, a few bookings that I had, that it was actually a problem to be that tall. So I did lie a few times. My agency a few times told me to tell people that I was 5'11 and a half. I had that for a while on one of my comp cards, which comp cards are just like what you take. It's basically like a resume for models. And it said 5'11 and a half on my comp card. And I'm like, this is so not true. Everything has a cutoff. So for me, it was like, oh, yeah, you're tall, you're slim, you have long legs, everything we want, but hold up, you're a little too tall. So just squat down a little. I remember getting measured one time in a casting, and I kind of would, you know, when you stand up straight and you kind of just like slightly bend your knees and so it would make me like get down to about like 5'11 and a half, 6 feet. Instead of, if I'm standing super straight up, I was 6'1". So I've done that before because I'm like, I want to book this job and by any means necessary. So yes, you could be a model, but you could be a print model or a commercial model and be 5'7". So regardless, you could be a model. Next one I see, it says you stand out from the rest. That's pretty much what we talked about before. And then also, this same person said some dresses look better on you. So that is something that comes up a lot when it comes to being taller. It's like, oh, clothes lay on you better because they're made for models. A lot of designers are just manufacturers in general. When they're designing clothes or making clothes, they size everything to a fit model. Fit model is supposed to be like right in the middle, like a size medium. So it's kind of supposed to be like an average. And I feel like because designers or manufacturers size to a fit model, sometimes shorter women may feel like, okay, this doesn't look right on me because I should be taller to wear this. So I do agree with that. I have talked about this before. I feel like midi dresses, which are the dresses that come like below your knees. I feel like those are amazing for taller women. I feel like they look really, really good on taller women. So I do see how that could be an advantage for us taller women when it comes to wearing clothes and how clothes lay on us. Another girl says, you are able to reach top of shelves. Yes, honey, we can. And sometimes it's mad annoying. I remember when I was a kid, my mom used to call me from the kitchen all the way from my room and be like, Chardonnay. And I'm thinking something is wrong. And literally she's on the countertop trying to reach something because she's so short. And she's like, can you grab that for me? You called me all the way over here to grab that for you? Like, sure, but like it gets annoying. But of course, like, I guess that's an advantage because we can reach stuff, you know, when we dust. We don't have to like get the step stool. We could just dust on top of the shelves, you know. I guess that is advantage. Look, I'm looking at everything as a positive. I'm trying to turn these negatives into positive. So yes, we can reach the top shelf, and yes, we could dust your ceiling fan. Okay, thank you, but don't ask us to do it. Next response I got is able to see the stage at a concert no matter how far. That is completely 100% true, and it is an advantage. I just went to the LMA concert with one of my best friends, and we were like in the middle, but honey, when I tell you that we could see everything, nobody's head was blocking our view, nobody's phone was in our way, we could see everything. But the thing is, I feel bad for the people behind me because I know they can't see. But I really don't care, to be honest. I don't care. I don't care, because guess what? What you gonna do? Tell me to go to the back because I'm tall? Absolutely not. You should have got here earlier. That's how I feel. That's a great one. I didn't even think about that one. That is a great one right there. Moving right along, the next one, your older siblings can't really have authority because you literally look down at them. I would not know anything about this, but I'm gonna take your word for it. I am an only child. I don't have any siblings, so I have a stepsister, but we're so far apart in ages, we weren't really raised together. But yeah, so I don't really know how that works. I don't know if that's true. I will say this, like I said, my mom is shorter than me, and I don't care how tall I am. I don't care how tall my son, facts right here, I'm gonna spit some facts. My son is going to be humongous. I am 6'1", his dad is 6'9". My son is already, he's 4 years old, about to be 5 in November, but he already is like off the charts in height when it comes to his age. But I will give you 100% facts right here. My son, I don't care if this boy is 7 feet tall, he gonna always know who the boss is, and that's me. He gonna always feel this authority. Just like I'm way taller than my mom, but guess what? I know who run the show. So I don't know if that's I don't know if that's so much of the truth. Maybe it's different for siblings. Like I said, I don't have no siblings, but I be damned if my son, when he get older and he pass me up in height, think he running something, or that he gonna look down at me. No. Y'all can ask my friends. They know I don't play. Me and my son are the best of friends, but I don't play them games. He know who running the show. Okay? Thank you. So another one that I got is, this girl actually is not tall. I know who this is. But she says, not a tall girl at all, but you guys look amazing in most clothes, long legs. Exactly what I was talking about. So it's just funny that us taller women look at our height or our legs as, like, some of us look at them as a disadvantage when others admire them. Us women, we are too critical on ourselves in general because we just compare and critique and all that. It just shows you, if you short, you want to be tall. If you're tall, you want to be shorter. It's just everywhere. Just embrace what you have. So the next person said, which I actually really like this, she goes, heels aren't a necessity, but purely an accessory. So You guys know I love me some heels. I talk about this all the time on my channel about embracing your height and wearing heels and not being afraid to wear heels. But I like how she spent this, and I feel like this is a positive or an advantage. So yes, I don't need to wear heels, or I don't have to, but I'm going to. Just like I don't need to wear these earrings. I could still look bomb without them, but I'm going to wear these earrings because I want to be a little extra. So that's exactly what I feel like she is saying. I love how this girl put this. I don't know if you a tall queen, honey, but I love that statement. Some of these are like, some of these are stupid. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna waste your time even saying some of these. Some people find you attractive. Some. Let's address that, and that'll be my last thing I talk about. This person says some people find you attractive. So what I have to say to that, tall or not, someone is gonna find you attractive not solely because of your height, or not solely because, no, that shouldn't be an issue. If somebody finds you attractive, they're gonna love you regardless of if you're tall or if you're not tall. So that right there, I hate when people say that no one's gonna find me attractive, or I'm never gonna find somebody because I'm so tall. Honey, it's girls out here that's 6'5" and got them a man, okay? And who cares? You should be attracted to yourself. That, like, and I'm not on here trying to diss having a man or nothing like that, but be attracted to yourself before you worried about somebody else being attracted to you. That's just facts. Like, stop worrying about who gonna find you attractive, who gonna love you. Love yourself first, and all that other stuff, it falls into place. It's like a domino effect. So those are pretty much the main things that you guys said. Like I said, I want to make this video because being tall should not be looked upon as a negative. Being tall should be looked upon as a positive. And I'm telling you, some of you young girls, I know is rough. You're 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, even 18. You still coming into your own. You still trying to find who you are as a person. And that's going to come with age. But I'm telling you right now, if you have the mindset that I love who I am, I love my height, I love my long legs, change that I hate to I love. And I'm telling you, as you get older, it will be even easier to build that confidence. It will be even easier to embrace your height. I just wanted to change the whole narrative that being tall as a woman is looked down upon, because I don't think it's something that should be looked down upon. I think it's something that should be looked upon as beautiful. I think it's something that should be looked upon as unique. So that's why I wanted to make this video. I know you guys, this was all chit chat. I usually do these fashion videos on my channel, but every once in a while I like to just sit down and talk with my tall queens out there, because you guys really seem to love these videos and you seem to get something out of these videos, and that's what I want to do. I just don't want to be on camera just doing all these fashion videos that y'all could care less about, or y'all watch them and forget about them in a month. I want to do videos that will impact women or impact young girls forever, for life. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and put in the comment section down below some of the advantages of being tall. I don't want to see no negatives. I don't want to see no tall girl problems. I want to see tall girl advantages in the comment section down below. I thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you guys. I love my tall queens out there. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time on Model Citizens. Bye, you guys.